little YouTube friends. It's Birdie here, the recycled hippie chick. Listen, I am still on the mend from surgery, but today in Kansas it's supposed to get up to 70 degrees, and by golly, it's already, I don't even know what time it is. It's already well into the 60s, so I wanted to come out here on my little garden table with the umbrella and just sit while I'm thinking of it. I need to take my shoes off so I can get grounded. Yes, taking them off as we speak. I don't know if you can ground through your socks. So I have one sock off. I can't get the other one off. Okay. Let's make sure you're still in view. Okay, this is going to be kind of a challenge today because the wind is blowing. It's Kansas, so I'm hoping it holds my camera still. My table is round, so I couldn't get my tripod set up right, so I got it cattywampus and up a ways so that you can see. So this is kind of like, if you're a right-hander, it's kind of like writing with your left hand, right? Having to do things at a different angle and stuff that you're used to. Okay, so since I'm outside, I decided that I was going to get this little suitcase thing that I have, like a little travel suitcase, and I was just going to throw a few things in it, and whatever is in it is what we have to work with. So that's my challenge for today, to only use what's in my little suitcase. I didn't want to haul out real paints. Oh gosh, I'm probably going to offend every watercolor artist out there. Real paints. I didn't want to carry out bottles of paint, so I just brought out my watercolors. Sorry, watercolor people. They are real paints. Let's see here. So, what can I do? What can I do? Look at this. I had some papers, and I tried my hand at coffee dyeing. It still has the coffee grounds on it. They're dry. That's what my coffee dyeing looks like. Get all the coffee grounds off of it. Okay. This is what my version of coffee dyeing looks like. Kind of turns the black. So when I take it out of the coffee, and I just sat it outside the back door in the sun the other day, all still wadded up, because when I tried to unwad them, it all tore apart. It was so fragile. I just threw them out there in the tub in the sun to dry, and however they were crinkled up, they didn't look like anything. But as the sun hit them, it kind of drew the coffee up in areas at the edges and stuff, and that's where it really dyed hard. So we're going to use that today. Okay, let's get started. I think what I'm going to do is put this down maybe over the top of my collage. Oh, my husband's coming out. He's probably going to want to visit. And I'm going to have to stop my computer. Maybe not. Maybe he doesn't notice me. So I'm going to collage under that so I can glue it over the top and have a place to journal on. How smart is that? Okay. Got coffee everywhere. Look at that. I even blew coffee grounds in my coffee. Oh well. You don't let your coffee go to waste. That's what I always say. It feels so good to get outside. I have been cooped up. I don't know if it's true what they say about the grounding, but it makes sense in my head. So they say if you put your feet on the earth, that the energy from the earth, magnetic or whatever God has in that world of ours, is good for your body. They say even back in the olden days, we started out with leather soles, which still lets the energy through, but when we started doing rubber soles and stuff like that on our feet, on our shoes, that it stopped that transfer and things started, you know, we're just trying to do good for ourselves with technology, but we're actually just harming ourselves. And it all makes complete sense to me. So if it makes complete sense to me, I'm gonna believe it. Looky here. Taco Tico paper. That's, oh shoot. You didn't see that, did you? Okay, good. I just dipped my brush in my coffee. my Mod Podge brush. I don't care. That coffee's not going to waste. The show must go on. Hey, I'm just being real. I would do it if you weren't here, so it doesn't matter. God knows I'm going to drink my coffee with my Mod Podge brush dipped in it. So the whole world might as well know. Oh, boy. Here we go. Nothing goes to waste. Even the taco wrapper gets put on, doesn't it? Adds nice texture. Let's go ahead and go. I'm going to go ahead and put it clear down. Add some texture over this music sheet here. Blot it up. Get some wrinkles going. See, you can see through it, so it looks nice. You're going to paint over it and everything. So much is going to get done. So if you start looking at things and it doesn't look right, just keep going, because it's not going to look anything like what you start out. Nothing. There we go. The only bad thing is, hi Princey. The only bad thing is I don't have any blow dryer out here, so we're just going to have to probably pause it here and there and let the sun dry it before we continue on, or be rebels and continue on with it wet. Lord knows we've done that before. I'm kind of wanting to be careful about going over this with my brush, because I want to write on this paper, and I don't know how well I'll be able to write on it if I have Mod Podge over the top. So I'm going to try to keep it intact as much as I can paper-wise. Does that make sense? There we go. I didn't get too much on it. A little bit of spit on the hanky. Could take that off. Make my own wipe 'em here. There. Okay, now, a little drink of coffee. Let's see here. This little picture here is my inspiration. I want to put some layers down and go over it with some watercolor, and I want to put a birdie on there. I'm going to draw the bird, so right now I'm just trying to get my layers down. Let's see here. I think I'm going to put this little thing up here, and I might even draw my bird on another piece of paper and glue it on, since I've got this texture. It might be hard for me to draw a bird on there. Pull it this way out of the ditch. Who calls that the ditch? Oh, what's her name? You guys are probably screaming it right now. She used to do Inspiration Wednesdays, and now she's kind of, I don't know what's going on with her right now. I think she's kind of going into a time in her life where she's trying to figure herself out. She's grown some dreadlocks out, and she kind of comes on and gives you some motivational talks instead of art. Dina Wakley. Is that right? No, Dina Wakley's the watercolor lady, isn't she? Well, crap. And I don't know how to insert. You know, some people would edit this later and insert what her name is. I'll think of it, tell you in another video. That's going to bother me, and I can't Google it because my phone is taping. Look at that, how those threads, can you guys see that? How the threads, they're just so cute. I went ahead and stuck them down. I'm just letting them hang out the bottom of my page. Oh, that's going to be cool. Let's see here. I thought I saw some stamps in here. Yeah, there's a stamp. Oh, let's see here. How lost can 3 stamps get in a teeny bitty travel suitcase? I'm going to kind of put my bird up here so I don't want to... See, that's part of my problem. I put these cute little things down as part of my layers, and then I think the pictures are pretty and I don't want to cover them up. But if you're a layer person, you have to. You have to learn to cover them up. There's one more stamp in here, and I thought it was cute, and that's the one I can't find. I think that's the way it works. Oh my gosh, look at this one. Thank you, Casper. She sent me a card, and I'm going to use the stamp. I know she's watching. I'm about to make her a card, so I'll probably be videotaping that. I don't know why I'm trying to be so quiet in my own backyard. I live in the country, not a soul can hear me. But I'm just so afraid of my husband hearing me and he thinks I'm a weirdo anyway for doing this, but I'm afraid he's out there going, oh Lord, she's over there talking to herself. No, I'm not. I'm talking to millions of viewers, or at least 10 of you. Now you know he hears me laughing at myself, but he knows how I am. I don't even have to have the video going to be laughing at myself. Casey, my little gal that works with me, half the time she doesn't know if I'm talking to her or if I'm just talking to myself. Okay. Now, this is totally wet, but let's go on and do some color. Let's go on and do some color. What color do we want to do? I think I have to turn this around. I think these are the part where you put the little water and make your little pool of water. Boy, that's going to be some lime green, and I don't want lime green. How do I make that? I don't know my colors. How do I make that antique-y looking? Hey, I'll just, put all this in this little... Can you guys see what I'm doing over here? I'm trying to get some nice juicy watercolor going, but I don't want lime green. And so I had my orange was almost gone, so I mixed some in there to see if I could get it. And I think it's going to work. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Whoops, some of my orange is coming through. That's okay. Here. How do I do this? Here we go. Oh, you guys, I like it. Oh, let's try to get some of this orange on here since our taco... Oh my gosh, look how perfect that worked. Our Taco Bell thing is orange and turquoisey, and it goes perfect. See how serendipity happens? Okay, guys, let's let that dry for a little bit before we do anything else. What happens if we do this? Come on, I want it to be that antique-y look again. Okay. Okay, guys. I'm going to pause you. I don't want this to look so... it looks... I have a line right here. I'm trying to... There. Okay, I'm going to push pause and I'll come back when this is dry. Okay, while that's drying, I wanted you guys to see my swing set my husband made for me. I don't know if you can see this. It's massive. Look at that, you guys. It's 22 feet tall. I asked him for a swing set like you see at the schoolyard. I said, I just want a tall one. I don't want one of these little bitty jungle gym looking things in people's backyard. I want one the kids can really get to swinging on. And he comes up with this thing. I'll have to, I have pictures showing him out here with the forklift and stuff. It was quite an ordeal to get it up there, but there it is, my monster swing set. The kids love it. 3 swings so far. I've got one more I'm going to add. I want to add one of those surfboard looking ones that kind of made out of trampoline material that are kind of rectangle shaped that you can stand on or lay on. I think that'll be fun to put on there too. So there it is. I'm waiting for my paint to dry. Oh, I really shouldn't bring you back to do this, but I'm going to. So, you know this picture, here's my inspiration. I wanted to do a bird. And then I opened up a card. I was looking for some plain white paper to draw my bird on because, you know, I can only use what's in my little suitcase here. And I come across this card that my buddy Casper sent me for Halloween. And I'm like, hey, a hoot owl is a bird. So the lazy part of me says, screw the bird, let's put a hoot owl on our picture. Oh my, I don't know what happened, but it stopped. So let's see. I don't know what happened. It stopped. So anyway, I don't know how much of that you got. I may have to really try my hand at editing. So anyway, let's go back and say that all over again. Blah, 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 rewind, zippity-doo, blah, blah, blah. My bird was my inspiration. I was getting in my suitcase to look for some white paper to draw my bird on. And I run across this Halloween card that my friend Casper sent me for Halloween. And it does have, you know, hoot owls are birds, right? So the lazy part of me says, to heck with the bird, let's put hoot owls on there. It'd be a lot easier. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fussy cut this tree out with the birds. I think it'll fit perfectly because my little, you know, my little journaling part will be down in there. So let's see how this works. It's still cute, and I like to recycle. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Because, you know, you may have to take instruction on how to cut out some tree branches with hoot owls on them, right? Remember, I'm not here to teach you anything. I'm only here to lead you astray. Oh. I am only here to corrupt you. Because we know I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how much of the fussy cutting I'm going to get done of these, because I am totally impatient. I don't know if I'm sticking these up your nose or not by holding it up. I'm trying to hold my hand over and stay in view, and I don't know where that's at because I can't see the screen. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Girlfriend needs help. Are there any doctors out there that can advise me? Are any of my 10 viewers a doctor? Oh, I crack myself up. My husband looks over here from the shop like she's just having her own little party. And then the neighbor guy's over there too. Brian, of course, he knows I'm weird too. He's known me since high school. But you know they're going, she's your wife. Oh. Well, he's no better than I am. He's not an adult either. He's over there turning a school bus into a camper. Oh, we're both weird in our own way. The only thing is he has to come in and take a nap to solve his problems. I just talk myself through it. He doesn't talk to himself. So when he gets frustrated, he comes in and takes a nap, dreams the answer to his problem, then he goes back out and fixes whatever he was having trouble with. I just talk to myself and we figure it out together. Are you still seeing this? This may be a total blooper a blooper edition. Oh well, as long as you can hear me. As long as you can hear the insanity, you don't need to see it. Don't let your children watch this. Okay. we go. It's pretty good fussy cutting, if I do say so myself. Now, let's see if our paint's dry. Okay, let's see if my paint's dry. Dry enough. Now I gotta stand up, see if I'm in view. Oh yes! Why is it flashing? 508. I don't know why it's... I guess we have to make this quick. My camera keeps clicking off because it says there's not enough storage. And I know that's bull hunky because I only have 30 pictures on there and 2 short videos. So, you know, what's up with that? Oh, if it's not one thing, it's another, you guys. You know how I am, technology-wise. I wish I had a friend that lived close by that would just come do all this techno stuff for me and let me play, and I hand it over to them and they do the rest. Here I am, slapping my Mod Podge on like a crazy woman because I got to hurry up with my video. Torques me off. You know what I'm saying? Torques me off. Probably, you know, I'm only able to use what's in my suitcase. All I got in there is Mod Podge, and I really need tacky glue. Because when you're doing a card or something thick, Mod Podge is not the product. And I can't just jump up and run in there and get it because I'm crippled. You guys, do any of you watch Acorn TV? I don't know if I told you how crazy I was about the Outlander series when it was on. But now there's one on called, well, the Outlander I don't think was on Acorn. It was on Stars or something else. I had to take a 7-day free trial to binge watch it because 30-day free trial. Okay, so Stars has one out now called Paddock. Oh my gosh. Poldark. Poldark, not Paddock. Anyway. It is so good. I don't know. I almost like it as much as Outlander. So, there you go. Alright, now what? Now what? I'm trying to think too fast and I'm not having fun. Where's my... I think I'm just going to go around it with my Stabilo and antique it up a little bit. I don't know if I can do that with it wet. No, that's not going to look right. Maybe it is. I don't know. I cannot believe this says I don't have enough room. It must not be using my super turbo SD card that's stuck in there. I wonder if my SD card is stuck in there, or did I leave it out for some reason? Jeez, I don't know. Me and Charmin, my friend Charmin, were trying to figure things out one day, and we had the SD card out. Was trying to do things. I don't know why. I don't even remember why now. My brain is so... You know what? But I don't even know if we put it back in. I'll have to text her and ask her if we put it back in. Hard to spit and smudge when it's got wet Mod Podge. Know what I'm saying? Is my head in this? I'm sorry if it is. is cute though, isn't it? It did come out cute. Can you guys see it all? It was fun laughing with you. I don't know what I got over here. A bunch of Mod Podge all over my hand. You know, I can't ever remember if you're supposed to, if it looks good or not, stabiloing the ditch, but I'm just guessing if the next page is going to be completely different, it would kind of separate it, wouldn't it? See how I talk myself and figure out my own dilemmas all by myself? There we go, you guys. It's still kind of bright on here. I could kind of go over that again with a brown or something, couldn't I? Or what if I just scraped on some... What if I scraped on some white like you would gesso? I'm not very good at doing this. I might screw up the whole thing. See? Told you I might screw up the whole thing. But, you know, heaven forbid if I were to just stop, right? I might still go over it with a brown now to tone the white down. Because that just looks like shit. Okay, now, I don't have an ink pad. We can only use what we got here. So let's try to wash over it with some brown before my time runs up. It says I don't have enough. I may have to sacrifice my hanky and wipe over this with my hanky. You guys, I may have to rip this page out and just call it done. Oh, Lord. I'm just wanting to work my, you know, picture in and make it look more like paper. I'm just screwing everything up. But when I get in my art room, I'll spray some glitter spray over it. I know that'll fix everything. You know what I forgot to do? I had stencils. I could have stenciled some stuff in the background. Didn't use my stencils. Okay, I don't know why I went over it with white. I was just going to cover it up with brown, but there you have it, guys. I had fun. Let's call it good. I'll, what will I do? Journal in my space later. Yeah, just keep going, Amy. Yeah, don't stop. Good grief. If you're going to screw it up royal. For crime in Italy, don't stop. Just try to make your picture blend in and then trace over it. Make it stand out. Okay, you guys, there we go. Thank you for enjoying my time. I hope you enjoyed my time. Here. I said outside with friends is a great way to spend your Saturday. And look, it's just all working together. We're outside together. Isn't it great? I said, thank you, God, for your blessings. There you go, guys. Thanks for joining me. I love every single one of you. Bye-bye from Birdie.